No time, as they always say. So, good evening, everybody, and congratulations. The elections have finally come, and results are beginning to trickle in. Well, in the matter of hours now, for all of us that are monitoring, we should be able to have the final result or outcome from INEC officially. Well, uh, results are already trickling, and a lot of people are already sharing results from their respective units and collation centers across the country. But then we are still waiting for INEC. It doesn't therefore mean that people do not already know results or outcomes, right? But while we are waiting for that to happen, I want us to quickly do something, which is to give credit to guys that came out to bold it. I mean, to face it, to brave it. I want to say congratulations. I have two heroes specifically. Not that there are no more than two, but at least the two prominent ones that are popular that people can take as examples for their act of bravery and their courage. Wherever they got the idea from that they could do it, I don't know, but these guys really tried, and you gotta give it to them. So I want to say two persons that really caught my fancy. Uh, Mr. Omoyele Sowore of the African Action Congress, and I never pretended I loved his courage from the moment I decided and said that I am going to also openly support him and declare for him. I did. I have no regrets till now, and even till future. Even if it Sowore changes from what he is already now, that I can see that this guy is one phenomenon on his own. I mean, I will always remember that period where he became that heroic emblem for everybody to begin to find their own tonic, to want to brave whatever oddity that they never felt they could do. Sowore, I love you, because that man, I really, really, I look at Sowore sometimes and draw strength, and that is what this election is about to teach us or has taught us so far. I want to say congratulations to Banky W. Win or lose, these guys have actually done something indelible. These guys are phenomenal. Give it up to them, people. I love you, Sowore. I love you, Banky W. What are the two things that actually caught my fancy, and what are the lessons to draw from this? Number one, the reality is that Omoyele Sowore and Banky W have been able to prove that you do not need to be a money bag to be a politician, and that we cannot continue to leave our politics to the hands of godfathers or some so-called or acclaimed landlords. Number two is that they have also proven that you do not need a godfather to be able to prove what you have to prove or to be able to do something. Well, a lot of people said, you can't do it without a godfather. Yes, it did. But what are the lessons we need to draw from this is that we now need to begin to replicate a Sowore and a Banky W in every unit of the country. That is where the movement has just started. So I want to say that the movement has now finally started, and everybody has got to be. We cannot wait until it is almost 4 years again before we start juggling again. Yes, we cannot. What we have to do right now is that we have to make sure that the movement that has just started, we consolidate on it, because the reality is that something has just birthed, and that is the very revolutionary movement that will liberate the Nigerian people and the Nigerian masses finally. But what do I want to say is this. Let me give you my analysis in the immediate of the situation. Number one is that if, for instance, Sowore, as he went to hold his polling units, look at what they did, including the use of military to attack or to make sure that they wanted to upturn things. Sowore went to stand at his units, and he was not seen giving money to people before they could vote him. What it means is that his presence alone made people feel like, well, this is the guy we are voting, and we know that we trust him, we believe in him, and they're actually giving him the support they want to give him by their vote, by their ballot. Now, the next thing you need is to replicate and take this to heart. In case Mr. Omoyele Sowore is watching, I want him to take this to heart. We now need to replicate a Sowore in every unit of the country, meaning that, I'm sorry, I think something went wrong there. Yeah. So we now need to replicate a Sowore in every part of the country. And how do I mean? If you can have the way Sowore went to hold his units and say, no, this unit, I'm going to make sure that we don't just lose. He wants to demonstrate that if everybody is in their unit and holding it, you are not likely losing. We have reports of some places where they were counting AAC votes for APC because there were no agents on ground. There were no Sowores on ground to say, no, you cannot do this. So they counted AAC's votes for APC. Now, what does that mean? If a Sowore is present in every unit, and I'm not saying that to be a Moyele, I'm saying that spirit in all of us. At least there's everyone Sowore in every of the 774 local government of this country holding and monitoring the ballots. They will not be able to steal this election anymore, and they will no longer be able to dictate or do anything untoward. In other words, you now have to go and be a Sowore in your unit. And another thing I also want to bring out is that I also wish, and sincerely so, that most of the people who came from abroad to monitor this election or to participate in this election, either by just voting or observing, I wish that majority of them actually came to also contest the way Sowore did, and all of them are manning their units. That's number two. I'm not saying it has to be people from abroad. I'm saying that those that have the wherewithal already, the way Sowore has the wherewithal to face it and say we have to do this. Other people who are equally enlightened like Sowore, who came from abroad just to come and support Sowore, yes, you have tried, a good one. But going forward, all of you now have to make sure that you have to start holding your respective constituencies. For instance, if Sowore captured the entire Ondo state and not just his unit, it would have been very significant. Significant in the sense that if Sowore has, like, even if it's 2 senatorial candidates, while Sowore is holding his unit, those senatorial candidates are also holding, while they are working for themselves, they are working for the party, are holding their respective constituencies. It will make the victory more significant for a Sowore. And I'm not saying Sowore in the sense of Omoyele Sowore. I mean Sowore in the sense of the movement, the new movement. You know, it would have been more significant. So, but these are lessons for us to learn going forward. Now, the same thing Sowore did, Banky W also put it up at his constituency. And those of you that have been following it, you will notice that there was a time it was reported that some thugs or hoodlums wanted to go and hijack or disrupt the coalition and process. And Banky stood his ground and said, no, I'm not saying I'm going to win this election by every sense of, you know, merits, because I don't know if I cannot guarantee that everybody in this constituency voted for me. But if you must win this election yourself, you have to earn it. You have to earn the victory. You don't have to come and disrupt it, intimidate people, and then some results will be announced forthwith or thereafter. No, you have to earn the victory. It stood its ground. That is why I believe that if we all have a Banky W standing their ground to say, no, even if you have to defeat me, it has to be transparent. Not that something will just happen somehow and no. The same way Sowore stood his ground, that I want to see how I am defeated so that I can say, yes, it is because people were given money. Sowore did not give people money. We didn't see him. We did not see Sowore giving people money. So that is a breakthrough for us, that you will no longer need to give people money to win election. The only thing we then need to do is to replicate the Sowores across the 774 local government areas of the country, and we'll take the country back entirely. So I appreciate Sowore. I love what you did. I have no regrets supporting Sowore. I have no regrets loving what Banky W is doing, and I will never recant. I will never recant my statement earlier that Sowore is still phenomenal till tomorrow. And I'm not mourning, no. I'm in a joyful celebration mood. I'm in a jubilant mood right now. I'm very jubilant. I'm loving what I'm seeing. I'm really, really happy that somebody could brave it and say, no, you will not need a bullion van to go around before you can win election. He has really done that. So that has now become the new tonic for every other person who doesn't have money but has idea and has the courage and has the vision to join politics. Watch it. From 2023, you see a lot of people coming out and they don't have money, but they have idea and they have the vision. They want to rule the country. They want to make the country better. They want to develop the country because they know that the country has the resources, but it is in the hand of people who have no vision, who have no idea how to run a country. As a result, I am so happy that Sowore is doing this. I'm so happy Banky W is doing this. It is encouraging so many people out there that you can actually do this without sending bullion van to every LCDA chairman, without sending bullion vans of containing money to people to appease them. That was what Sowore did. If Sowore was not at his unit, they will win him at his unit, not because he did not have the heart of the people, but because his absence alone will make will make those in power rig it against him. But because he was there, so we now need 774 of Sowores across the country to man each local government area. Or what is even wrong if you have a Sowore in every family? It's just to replicate the Soworeism in everybody, and this country will be wholly good. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I want to appreciate Omoyele Sowore. I want to say you are my hero any day. You did this, you gave a good fight. I love what you did. I want to appreciate Banky W. You gave a good fight. And to address Mr. Jollof. Mr. Jollof, I do not think it was right to have come out that way. It was so early in the game. You are giving up so early. I don't know why he believed that Sowore should leave his own units to come, and I don't understand what he was driving at, but I think he was regretting that Sowore did not give him agents. No, bro. See, I know how much those that got nomination from in APC, how much they paid through their nose. You want to also join to break a new ground without Godfather, and somebody gave you the platform. Say, go and prove yourself. Alright? The same thing Sowore is doing to himself in his own unit, at his own unit. So I believe that you do not need a Sowore to come to send you party agents. No. Sowore is carrying his own cross. You claim, you should understand that this party is a movement party, not just a tea party, and I'm not trying to hit at you, Mr. Jollof. I'm just trying to relay my own observation and give you recommendations going forward. It was just too flippant to come out that way and start criticizing, and that is not to take sides with Sowore or anything. No. What I think he should have done was to calm down, analyze the situation. If Sowore had sent you agent and sent you money and sent you everything to go and help you prosecute the election, Sowore will be your godfather. And he does not want to be. He is saying that everybody should come out and demonstrate courage, independence, do your thing. We are giving you the platform. That's what he's saying. The only thing you may need then is support, not Godfather. Sowore is saying you need support, not Godfather. Alright? So, Mr. Jollof, I think that was not too cool, and you may want to reconsider. Do not go out there and start. Sowore himself did not win. It's not as if Sowore won the presidency and left you not to win. No. Sowore, because the way Jollof sounded in that clip I saw was somebody that was helpless. It sounded like somebody that was left coachless. You have been coached enough. You have been coached enough. The next, see, Sowore cannot babysit you. I can't imagine, I can't expect that I want to go and contest on the platform of a revolutionary movement party. It's a movement party like Sowore's. I do not expect to therefore go and contest and be expected to be babysitted. No. It's work. So Mr. Jollof, please understand it. I don't know how long you have been contesting, but maybe this is your first time in politics. It doesn't happen just like that. Alright, so you don't start burning bridges because you didn't win the first attempt. No. If you wanted to come in and just win for one attempt, then you are not looking for the radical revolutionary politics. What you are looking for is the same politics that we are trying to discard. You don't just come in with the aim of, oh, I must shall win, and once I win, bone everything. So with this kind of attitude, who knows what would have happened if you even win? If you had won, who knows what you would have. I'm just saying, I'm not saying you, Mr. Jollof. I'm saying the character defining people like that. So I'm not saying you, that is you would have become something else if you had won. No. I'm saying that kind of character, if we look at it, examine it very well, tendencies are, if you had even won, if such a person had won, that's what I'm simply trying to say. Well, to go forward, I want to say that politics is local. Mr. Sowore really tried on the surface. The revolution has started, and it has started in the minds of people. Sowore has really galvanized people psychologically. He has really brought people together. He has created a platform that is a rallying point for comrades and revolutionary minded people. Alright, I understand that a lot of people are saying, oh, because they had been in the structure before and they cannot just jettison the structure altogether to come and jump on Sowore's platform. As a result, they had to calm down, they had to wait, they had to, all sort of things, that Sowore should wait till 2023. If you say Sowore should wait till 2023, if you didn't give the fight now, if Sowore starts in 2023, you will still say, Sowore, you came way too late. Wait till 2029, or wait till 2027, it will happen again. So it is better that he has started even at this time already. So I love it. I want to say, Sowore, kudos to you, and to everybody out there as well. If you are contemplating contesting, please, this is the best time to actually consider it. This is the best time to start coming out. Now, this platform really needs you. I'm not a member of AAC, but I'm already contemplating to join. Yes, because I love what the party actually represented. Sowore stood all through. But then I also have some piece of advice for Sowore here, and for the party. What I want to say is that, you see, sometimes standard is good, ideology is good, fundamentalism is not bad. But sometimes, for the sake of democracy is not the best, in my opinion. Because if it were about who is the most qualified in terms of idea, Sowore wins all of these people hands down now. If it's about who is the most fit to work, Sowore has the best now. If it is about who has the most of energy or the best of energy, Sowore it is. Don't make mistake, don't mess it up. If it is about who is really most patriotic and passionate about taking the country to the next level, among all these candidates, Sowore is still the best by my own analysis. But then the reality is that democracy is not about all of these things. Unfortunately, democracy is about who has the most of following, whether by bullion van following or the dollar following. That is what democracy is about, especially in Nigeria. Otherwise, Sowore won this election. By every other yardstick, Sowore won this election. It's just unfortunate that the democracy we practice has other yardstick, and the kind of democracy we practice has, the yardstick it has is the number of how many people can follow you, regardless of how you got them, whether you are buying them or you are mass printing or you are rigging. That is what democracy is about in this country. Otherwise, Sowore won. Sowore won this election by every other standard yardstick you can use. So that is the unfortunate thing. And as a result, I would therefore have this recommendation for a Sowore, which might also be, which you have to be careful if you are taking this kind of recommendation. And the recommendation is that, you see, the standard Sowore brought into the game is too high for a lot of people to come in. And as a result, he could not accommodate as many people as possible. The standard he brought in was too high. So they kind of need to lower the standard a bit to let people come in. I want to use the word compromise, but very carefully. Alright? I want to use the word compromise, but very carefully. Compromise in the sense that, okay, let me say compromise not in the sense that you are betraying your ideology, no, but compromise in the sense that you are lowering the high standard for people who cannot meet up with that standard, so that everybody can come in, or at most majority can come in. For instance, Sowore's standard with being ideologically sound and all of that is too high. No, I asked somebody earlier today, I said, if Sowore wants to fight corruption, and most of at least about 80%, 80 to 85% of Nigerians are already corrupt, and you saw it by the result of this election. People who got paid to vote, people who voted in the direction that they were paid. That means that is corruption. So if Sowore wants to fight corruption and he wants to stick to that, strict standard of fighting corruption, that means Sowore is only maybe less than 5% that is really interested in and is really extreme in and strict in the sense of fighting corruption. That means Sowores that we have in this country are less than 5%, and you want to fight 95%. They will overwhelm you, because even if you get victory, even if Sowore gets victory, the victory is for who is he winning it for? If the people you are already fighting are already more than 95%, all right, then who are you achieving the victory for? Is it not the same people who are 95% of them? So you got to find a way to lower the standard a bit, let people come and accommodate them so that you can reorientate them. So we understand you want to fight corruption, you hate it so much, and you believe that is the biggest problem that this country has. So you have to kind of, human beings are difficult to manage, right? Everybody cannot have the same heart that Sowore has. Corruption. See, Nigerians are hypocrites. That's another problem. They are hypocrites. All of them will be supporting you. They will be joining you to shout, corruption is our problem, corruption. You think they really want it solved. No, they are benefiting from it, but they will just say it flippantly. Corruption is a problem, or is the bane of development in Nigeria. They will say it, but they don't necessarily want it solved. So you got to bring down that standard a little bit, not compromise it completely. No, bring it down a little bit. I mean, turn down the idea of, oh, we are fighting corruption or corruption like Buhari is doing. No, turn it down a bit. Let's talk about the idea of Nigerian workers getting properly remunerated for their efforts. Let's talk about the idea of, equal opportunity for Nigerians, bringing Nigerians from the divided side, from the marginalized aspect, into the area where they are covered, or they are insured, or they are assured. All of those things, assure them, let them see reason why this is the next big thing after sliced bread or toast bread. Let them see it as the next big thing. Then they come in. You are the one who knows that when you get there, this is the battle you want to fight. All right. But for now, bring the standard. It's too high for Nigerians. If these ideas were to be in the abroad, so to say, it would have worked flawlessly. But this is Nigeria, where a lot of Nigerians have been battered, they have been dehumanized. Corruption has really even affected them, but they are already in love with it. So you have to lower the standard to allow them come in, and then once you achieve the power, you can then do what you have to do. But it's unfortunate that you need many people in a democracy to win an election. You don't need only the right people. That's unfortunate. It's the unfortunate thing about democracy. If you need only the right people, democracy is against you, because the right people are not many. But if you need to win election, especially in a Nigerian setting, then you need to work by the standard of democracy. How many fools are ready to follow you? You know that the way Buhari knows that most of the people following him are fools. He knows. How can somebody who is jobless, who has no job, go and be climbing a pole just to see Buhari that has not done anything for them in his life? But what he enjoys is that they want to climb pole just to see him, even though he's their oppressor. That is what democracy is about. And that is the unfortunate thing about it. So if democracy were to be about merit, if it were to be about how many people have this, standard that we are using to describe what should be, yes, none of them would defeat the Sowore. But because democracy is about, So, well, we are waiting for the results. Chibueze Jones, Ola Babes. Okay, thank you. Beam, You need a new planet for Nigeria. Nigeria is already in one kind of a planet of its own, although Nigeria is a planet altogether on its own, you know. Well, I think at this point I want to take some. Should I allow calls into the show now? Okay, you know what? Let me just do. One sec. I can take a few calls before I round off. But what I will need to do is to where's this? I have one kind of thing I can play. Okay, I think I have a video of and I love that video though. Have you seen the video where Sowore was confronting the Nigerian army, men of the Nigerian army who came to try to harass him yesterday? Okay, fine. Let me keep you busy with this just for a few seconds while I open the line for people to call in. Alright, so let's do this. It's an editing of this.
Wait. Calm down. No. Wait. Calm down.
No. Calm down.
Calm down. I'm a presidential candidate.
I know you very well. I know you.
Yeah.
So there is wait.
That's why
Let the officer that gives the instruction cancel the last order. We will obey it.
No, that's fine. That's fine by me. No. Wait. Calm down.
Bros, no.
Nobody.
You are very light and kindly. No. True or false? Nobody. No. We are not arresting.
No, you are not arresting anybody on my team.
Nobody is
If you are arresting anybody on my team, you have to arrest me.
Nobody is arresting.
No, it's not going anywhere. Except you want you respect. No. You can arrest me. I have no problem with that. Arrest me. No, if you want to go to our house, we'll go to my house. But you are, no, you are not arresting. You are not arresting anybody on my team. If you want to arrest anybody on my team, I'll follow you. You arrest me. That's as far. It's simple with me. I'm the one who ordered that the drone should be. It's my own drone. I bought it, and this is. Don't argue with anybody, please. Don't argue with anybody. You listen to me. It's my own drone. I purchased it. I brought it to Nigeria. Everybody knows. Even at the federal level that I have a drone. I've announced it that I'm going to be traveling with a drone for my own security, and yes, and I'll be using it. And the polling unit is a drone for monitoring elections. It's for monitoring the election.
Hello, sir.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
The polling unit is not the garrison. You understand? I understand that you guys are doing a good job of protecting. Yes, my name is Sowore. I'm a presidential candidate.
AAC, African Action Congress.
We have seen him.
Of course. Why's everybody pretending like you don't know me in this country?
We have seen him.
Well, what are we fighting over?
We are not fighting.
It's an instruction.
There's no instruction that says that somebody cannot monitor election in Nigeria.
No, it's free.
I'm also a reporter. You realize that?
This instruction is not from
let him clear it. No problem. Nigeria is under the military. I was in this country.
It's all right.
This idea of order from above cannot happen on election day. Otherwise, it will interfere with free and fair elections. You want free and fair elections. Even President Buhari himself says he wants free and fair elections.
But we are here since morning. We didn't talk to anybody patrolling around.
What is the crime in monitoring election to be sure that it's free and fair? What is the problem with that? That is what a drone does. That's what technology does. The polling unit is where you guys should not be in the polling unit. You know that. You are supposed to be doing your job. You get to see us in the polling unit. That's what I'm saying. So
are we in the polling unit?
Have you ever seen us in the polling unit? That is monitoring. Have you ever seen us in the polling unit? It's not a fight. I'm just telling you that if you are not at the polling unit, then why are you worried about a drone that is at the polling unit?
Okay, so you not be worried.
I'm worried. It's technology. You shouldn't be worried about anything that can promote free and fair elections. Should be the interest of Nigerian security services. There's no reason to argue about that. I'm ready to go with you anywhere you want to go. Take me. It's fine. You know, it's just a sign that we haven't reached that place yet where we are all aspiring to reach, where people can freely do things that are legal and legitimate.
You have said it.
Yes.
Yeah, you have mentioned it.
Alright, so let's go there. The line to call, those that are watching and have one thing or other to say, please let's keep it very short. 081-7074-7424. I want to see how I can manage this audio. I'm not sure, but by the time we take the first 2 to 3 calls, we will know how cool it is. But what I want to say is this: I appreciate Sowore, and he has actually done something for all of us, which is to build the mind in all of us that it is possible. You can do it. Don't be afraid. You know, like somebody was asking me the other day. I said, "Guy, you're not even afraid of your life. You come." Somebody saw me at the morning and like, "You don't even disguise. Are you not?" I'm like, "Guy, come. You can't live in a country like Nigeria with the way it is right now, you know, and not believe that you are already dead. You are already dead. So you can't kill me twice. You can't kill a ghost. I'm already a ghost." Hello.
Hello, Chef. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, my name is Karim. I'm calling from Canada.
Calling from where?
From Canada, yeah.
Canada. You're welcome on the show.
Yeah.
Yes. What's your own immediate reaction to the way the election was conducted?
Yeah, there was no election at all. That was the violence. You could see how people are being harassed, scared, frightening. That is not a society, bro. That is a society. So, and for Nigerians who believe in these two parties, my advice is that they should continue with their agony of truth. They should continue with their poverty. We should continue with poor, miserable living conditions. So, I don't have to, like me now, I'm talking about my friends living in Nigeria. Nobody should call me for money again.
Is it that bad?
If you call me for money, it's very bad. Yeah, I mean it, bro. I mean it. Because a lot of people, they keep saying, okay.
Do you not think this is because the information didn't reach everybody as such, you know? You know, the places where they learn about Sowore, they actually voted for AAC. It may not have sufficiently reached.
Yeah, I know. If it is in the north, then that's acceptable. I know in the north, because of their mindset I know it's going to be difficult for Sowore in that area to actually conquer. But but in the south, in the east, oh my gosh, don't let us deceive ourselves. A lot of people, they know what this guy stands for. They just choose not to follow the guy's path to victory. And if they refuse to follow the guy's path to victory, they should continue to live their life in abject poverty for life. Because these two parties, they are not meant for the masses. They are meant for their members. I used to say one thing, that these parties are occultic parties. They are occultic parties. You know what Sowore was saying? When Sowore was making a briefing about when he was when he won the primaries before the election, he said, "I will never go beyond what the party asked me to do. I will never go beyond the party guidelines." You see what I'm trying to say? So that tells you that these people are not for the masses.
Definitely.
So, and people, so I just want to say the last word, that when I was in Nigeria, do you know that my narrative about people living in abroad, like, I think we are living a normal life in abroad. Not until when I traveled to, I traveled to like 5 countries before I arrived in Canada. I'm just telling you what I have experienced. Like, it took me, after my schooling in Nigeria, because I didn't have a job for years, I just decided that the little money I have on me, I embarked on a journey. I have to went to the extreme of Russia. I was in Russia for a couple of years. What I'm trying to say is that even in Russia, there's welfare everywhere. They don't have money. They don't have money, but sometimes I don't think at all. But what I'm trying to say is that
long and short of it is that you believe that there was no election.
There was no election, and these people are not ready to provide us a basic amenities to live as a human being in Nigeria.
Okay,
that's my conclusion.
Let's allow other callers who are calling. Thank you so much. Yeah, this call is coming from Italy. Good evening or good morning from here in Nigeria. Can you hear me? Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, very great. So tell us, what's your own opinion about the way the election went so far? I'm sure you must have been monitoring online, seeing what is happening at different booths, pockets of violence here and there. What do you think in all at the end of the day?
I will tell you on playground, I will tell you direct that there is no election in Nigeria. That's just the fact, and that's it. And secondly, I am totally disappointed in Nigeria youth. Buhari called them a lazy person last year. We are saying, why Buhari call us lazy? We are lazy.
Is Buhari now vindicated? Are you saying Buhari is vindicated now?
Yes. Because they are trying. Because if I'm in Nigeria, if I'm not busy, why should I go out from my house and cast in my vote for Buhari or Atiku? So if I'm not lazy.
But those of you that are angry from abroad and not allowed to vote. The people who are back here, who have PVC, and in the 4-yearly cycle of APC and PDP, those ones are not angry. Those that are angry are not in the country to vote. Those that are not angry, the problem is that about the way they are being.
What you need to know is that they are hungry. They're hungry in the land. So if they give you 2,000 naira or probably 5,000 naira to vote, you collect it and vote for them and go to your house. Maybe from now till today, maybe that 5,000 naira is finished, and you will be waiting for next 4 years again for another 5,000 naira. Could you imagine today is Senegal election, and some of my friends here, Senegal friends here, they vote for Senegal election today. The vote Senegal election today. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. It's just that we have some funny strange. Okay, go ahead.
So they vote in Senegal elections. They have like 2 Senegal friends here in Italy, and they cast their vote. They collected that collected in voters card last month here in Italy. They provide their permanent voters card all over the world. Anywhere you are in this world, you must vote in Senegal. Today is the Senegal election. So some of them cast their vote. So that is the kind of idea she really have. That is what she really want to do in Nigeria.
I get it. But the reality, okay, go ahead.
So the so-called youth, if you look at the way things are, the youth are the people that suffer for the whole thing, and the later wrong of it, they will be the ones to suffer it, and they are giving their support to Buhari or Atiku. Those that die in this election process now, their own is gone.
Talk about people that died.
Yeah, their own is gone. So, but Buhari, did you hear that Atiku died?
So
Buhari died.
So the LCM of it, or what you're trying to understand, is that Nigerian youth are not ready.
No, they are not ever ready. I know she said they go.
What do you think we can do in this circumstance?
My dear, I have to tell you that I believe in him so much. I believe in him, and he has tried his best. To my own knowledge, he has tried his best. My own.
It's not about me now. It's about many youths, because even if I vote, I only have one vote, but there are millions of youths. What do you think can be done?
Yeah, what we need to do again is that if there is a question somebody has asked you yesterday, if you lost this election, this movement will continue. Say no, you never continue. Say, this is the time. The movement started now. If you lose,
yes.
Yeah, that is what that is the answer you give to the question. And I believe that this is the particular time. This movement not started now.
The effort to get more Nigerians on the movement. Thank you so much. I love your conclusion. Let me take this look from Nigeria. Hello. I'm sorry, people that have been trying to reach me from Detroit and everywhere. Hello. Two local calls.
Hello, good evening. How are you?
I don't know why I answered. Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello, good
morning. This is a Nigerian call I picked, right?
Yeah, it's not a Nigerian call. I'm calling from the United Kingdom, actually. All right, yes, I'm calling from the United Kingdom. Okay. How are you doing? Hello, I'm just calling to...
Another call from Detroit. You have a jam somewhere already. I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes. Welcome on the show, live on Objectv Media.
Yes, this is a phone show from Chicago.
Chicago, okay. You're welcome.
My own input. I know a lot of people are saying this wasn't an election, but I believe this was an election. If it wasn't an election, then we wouldn't have been canvassing for votes. But I was just going to say that there's a lot of reorientation that's needed for the Nigerian people in general, political awareness. Just advertising and posting posters and saying AAC take it back is not going to change this country. I mean, just the video I saw in Lagos of that man being stoned to death for stealing a ballot box. Yes, it was wrong for stealing a ballot box, but for people to gather together and decide that that man's life must end in the split of a second, you know, that is just unhumane and animalistic behavior. Definitely. So a lot of reorientation needs to happen with our people, and this is going to take a while. I feel like even party manifesto for AAC needs to include psychological evaluation of our people, because people's minds are very messed up. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Let me take this call. I lost that call from Germany. Let me take this one from Switzerland. Hello. Good morning from Nigeria. This is Shegun Olo on Objective Media.
Hello.
Yes, you're welcome on the show. You're already live.
Yeah, good evening. I'm calling from Canada.
Canada. Oh, okay. I answered the Canada.
This is Walter. This is Walter Fasson.
Walter Fasson. Okay. I think
yes.
The name resonates.
Yes. So I'm so disappointed with for me first. I've already said to my family, I'm ready. I'm a Canadian. I don't need anything to do in Nigeria. I was thought Nigeria is going to be better, that people like me will be able to come back home. That if I die, let them bury me here.
You eventually will come back. You will eventually come
back. As a tourist.
Because it's about to get better, Because
it's a very disaster country. You know what is going on in Nigeria is not just even in Africa, in some other Africa. You will be here very soon by the grace of God. You remember the Dr. Shidi's wife, Erica.
Erica, yes.
Yeah, he said he's gonna. I heard that he said he's promising you to come to visit in Canada. They can do it.
Yeah.
I know them very well. When you come here, you see the system. You look at the whole system in Canada. It's not that everything is done, everything perfect here. But where we started in the whole universe. Nigeria is a shameful country to be. And it's not even... I don't think Nigeria can be better unless those Kabaka...
That is why the Sowores, the Banky Ws...
Sowore have made that... You see... People like me who are really saying Sowore must be there to work. But there are so many. You see your analysis today. In fact, that gives you that knowledge that I don't think something can change Nigeria unless those people die. And before the die, revolution has to happen.
No, but
don't let us deceive ourselves.
But let's do something, sir. When we say die, it may not be death as per killing. A lot of people who are oppressors can actually die by the ballot. If we do ballot revolution, they can become irrelevant and they're already dead.
And you know who people I blame? I blame America. I blame United Kingdom, because they are the one also contribute to the Nigerian problem. They will be in Abuja, just in a few places, and they'll be telling him the whole world that the Nigerian election is a free and fair. Why they are giving them a fake news to believe? Are you understand?
Very well.
So, and they're encouraging all these people to looting our money and bring it down to the Americans, to the London, and they are giving their family visa. Like a those guy, like a Atiku. Imagine. So, my brother, it's very sad for Nigeria. And those people in Nigeria, if they really want change, which somebody said today, they are not ready yet. If they are ready for change, they will do like what South Africa did.
Okay.
Well, we haven't got there. That is what I believe. If you would have only one person, yes.
Okay, what you are also saying is that you believe that Nigerians are not yet ready, but that when they are ready, the country can change. Thank you for your contribution. Let me take the other call. Many calls are coming in about the same time. Hello, welcome on the show. Let me take some local calls also. Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me? You're welcome. This is Objective Media and you are live.
Yeah. Hello. I'm Adeniton Fashire. I'm calling from Germany.
Germany. Okay, you're welcome. So
yeah, my opinion, because I'm also watching you live and I've been following you throughout Sowore's campaign, and I really followed him throughout.
Okay.
My opinion is that right here, me and my friends in Düsseldorf, Germany, we knew that it would be very difficult for Sowore to win the election, even though we supported him also in Berlin. We knew that it won't go the way, like the miraculous way.
As expected, you know.
But we were happy that he won polling booths because some of us were accused here that he was wasting his time. And they told us that he would not win his own polling booth. So we celebrated that. We're also, I'm sorry to say this, but we are also hoping that he will get at least maybe 3 million votes for us, because for us we believe he's just there to sow the seed for the next generation to follow his footsteps. Everything he has done will not be forgotten. It's on video, it's on tape. He'll be a leader or someone that people will look up to. So for us, we are waiting for the final result, and we hope he gets at least millions of votes.
So
yes,
do you, if you have been following the results that have been released so far, do you think that AAC can at least come third after APC and PDP? Or first?
That's what we are hoping for. No, we are not looking at first, because if you look at the campaign at Kaduna, at Katsina in the north, you will notice, like you said, earlier, like there are lots of people that do not believe in the agenda of a new Nigeria or a Nigeria, take it back Nigeria. So these people might not be informed. These people might just like the image of Buhari and support him no matter what. So, but this is what I'm just saying. We should also remember one thing. If we look at the politics in the US, because the party AAC is just like less than 1 year old. But if we look at the political system in the US, they have more than 2 parties, but it looks like a 2-party system.
Something like that.
And these two parties are the Republicans and the Democrats. And we should not forget that history told us that, especially Democrats, they were slave owners before. These people, they were in charge of the constitution that was written earlier. But even at this stage, most African Americans still went to these individual parties to participate and break it down, so that these parties will represent everybody, because there is a structure that has been set down, and this structure cannot change. But people now have to go into this PDP and APC and start, like young people have to take that stand and make sure they break this party so that everybody can be represented in this party. Because what we have learned yesterday is that our primary, our elections.
Sorry to come in. I want to know if I get what you are trying to say. That new party will not necessarily sprout until there's implosion in the 2 major parties as it were now.
That's what I'm trying to say. For us to really get the change we want, because we cannot we are just talking for revolution. It is not easy. The revolution that needs to take place in these 2 major parties.
In LCM, sir, you are suggesting that APC and PDP should be taken, the structure should be taken by people instead of creating a new one.
Because the new ones do not have the bolivars and the money the APC and the PDP have, and the structures they already have on ground.
That they have
stolen. So the best way is,
all right,
they are too big. They are too big to be controlled. So the best way is for us to go in as youths and try and, like a person like Sowore, even with AAC.
You think they will give him a chance? You think these parties want to give a chance to someone that has a new idea? The
honest truth is that, do you think the Democrats and the Republicans in the US, that they also wanted the
It took time.
To be free?
It took time. So do you not think it will take time for... Yes.
Yeah, but the time that we think we should not waste is also the time we're already wasting.
Okay, I get your point, sir. I get your point, sir. And I'm sure that everybody is listening and they are taking notes. So thank you so much for your contribution. Many calls are coming in, and we have to give as many people chance as possible.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
I think this caller I had just answered is from US, if I'm correct. Hello, you're welcome on the show.
Hello, sir. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Very good.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty good. So I'm calling from California, United States.
Okay.
So yeah, my name is Noah. Yeah, it's afternoon over here. So my contribution to what I say about the whole thing is that I think the only thing that could change the whole story from my own view is to have a system that works for everyone, which is a right
system in place?
Yeah, a rights polling system that would work without any any manipulation. So if you don't have that system, that's the main problem, because people are ready to come out and vote, but everyone is scared of coming to the polling unit because of one thing or the other. So if you have a system that works, that you can from anywhere, from print, and that goes into the system.
Exactly. And I think that is what Nigerians in the diaspora should be working towards now. If all Nigerians in the diaspora who are currently angry about the system in their country are able to vote, for instance, we know what the result would be.
Yeah,
so I think it is part of what they should fuse into the movement.
Yeah. Yeah, if we get the system right, then we will be able to defeat these old gangs.
All right. Thank you so much for
without that, yeah, you're very welcome. All right. Bye-bye now.
All right. Thank you. Let's take other calls too, also. Hello, you're welcome on the show, Objective Media. This is Shegun Olo.
Yeah. So, hi, Shegun. This is Engineer Fusa calling from France.
You're welcome, engineer. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm good.
Quickly.
So,
yes.
Shegun,
yes.
I just want to contribute. In Nigeria, election is a disgrace to us. You understand? But my point is that we need revolution in that country, because even if you try to give all the old Nigeria orientation, it's not going to work. You know why? Because these politicians, they have different ways. You understand? They have a different way they manipulate people. Like my state, from Edo State, they use these courtists to, kind of, they use the
people.
Yeah, you understand? So, like those not a part of Nigeria, just forget about it. So, if you do all the orientation, it's not going to work. So, people like us, people like Sowore, like diaspora, we need to come together to fight these people. This is my own point. You understand? Say we are going to give them orientation. No, it's not working. I don't see it. I don't see it working for me.
If all these young people come together, will it change the orientation of the cultists you have mentioned, for instance?
Yes, like fighting the government, it kind of put massive pressure on them. Like diaspora coming back, joining Sowore in this battle. So I see victory. Like a kind of giving Nigerians orientation. No. It's revolution for that country. Revolution is going to give us the answer we need in that country. It's revolution. That is my contribution, my friend.
Thank you, Shegun.
Yeah.
Hello, this is Objective Media. You're live.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I'm Emmanuel calling from Australia.
Okay. You're welcome, sir. So, what is your own contribution to this matter?
Sir.
How do we get this country saturated by the ideology of you people in the diaspora?
Oh, thank you so much, but I would like to also speak to Shegun. I think you guys are doing a great job.
Thank you so
much. I must say, I am in a state of anger and disappointment, and I have promised that all those people who call for money to help their children, pay school fees or everything, they have voted for suffering and they should suffer it. I really support what you guys are doing, and especially the ideology of Mr. Sowore. He's a man with a lion heart, and I think all of us should continue to rally around him There is still hope to take our country back. We have to take our country back. Those of us outside, they mock us. We have become an object of mockery. Whereas the country is so rich, but very few people are dominating and mesmerizing our people. It is a shame. I am really angry and disappointed, especially as our youth. We have alternatives now. God has given us the chance, and we threw it away. We had the chance to have a bloodless revolution,
but somebody,
and we rejected it.
Let me put this to you. Joy is asking right now whether we feel that voting can solve Nigeria's problem.
No, it's not just voting, but embracing the ideology of having a new country. The ideology, all the politics they do in Nigeria, they are politics without ideology. Politics without ideology. And we have somebody who has come to give us a positive ideology for growth and development. And they are giving also sort of flimsy excuses. I know what it took me to converse and converse. Many of them promised to vote, but I cannot even see the vote reflecting. Is it that they did not cast their votes?
Well, we will address that, because I also had reports of some places where they were counting votes of AAC for APC or some other party, because there were no people to stand and say no, not so.
Yes, the people who voted, they were there. They should be able to raise their voice. We are not stupid. They should be able to raise their voice. They should be able to signify what is happening.
Okay,
AAC is different for APC.
We need to take many more calls now. Thank you for coming at least on the show. And we have taken note of your contribution, sir. Thank you so much. I think I want to take only one more call. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Mr. Shekun, good evening.
Good morning from here in Nigeria.
Okay, yeah, it's good morning. I'm calling from Germany.
Yes, you're welcome on the show. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much. You are doing a great job.
Thank you so much. Let's have your contribution, ma'am.
Okay, I said, why is Channel is not showing Sowore? They are not talking about Sowore. One of the stations is talking about him. What is happening? It really bothers me. I don't know what is going on. They talk about the other younger candidates, but they don't talk about Sowore.
Well, Sowore, I think if you have been following my show, I mentioned at some point that Sowore has really stepped on many toes, and they are not necessarily happy with him. Do not also forget that most of the people that Sowore wants to come and push out of the space are big holders of shares in these mainstream media companies, and so it will not go down well with them that Sowore just wants to come and threaten them. You understand? So that is why those of you who believe or take to the new media, you have to intensify your efforts. To prosecute election in Nigeria is very expensive. It's not cheap. So using the media, for instance, is a lot of money. Local media, it's not like me. I can decide, okay, I can buy my data. I can get somebody giving me 20,000, 10,000, 5,000. I'll buy data, put stuff together, and give you news, or go and cover this and still do it, even if there's no profit at the end of the day.
But they are covering the younger candidates. The other younger candidates, they are covering them.
That is exactly why Sowore is also saying that he doesn't want to go into coalition with some of these new generation candidates, because he doesn't trust their backbones too. You understand it? For instance, he said one of the reasons he backed out of pact was because they were telling him that the elders asked them to go and bring one person. If they are already saying the elders asked them to go and bring one person, we know the meaning. So the people, the so-called elders, are also the owners and operators and funders of this mainstream media, and they will tell the media they own, please, we don't want to see that boy on your. If you have to present him at all, let him be during odd hours where people are not necessarily watching. So yes, we have to understand.
I feel so bad anyway.
You have to understand.
You are really doing a good job.
So it's not easy when you see one or two persons trying to speak against the situation and is still living in the country, you should understand what the person is going through. It's not easy. It's not easy.
Please, you know,
I know
if we
people.
can calm down a bit, if we can be a little bit diplomatic, you understand? If we can make some, I know there are some good people. If we can meet with good elders, maybe some pastors, so that next 2023 we can
Pastors
go for it. We are seeing
benefiting
support.
from the system, you
Please,
understand?
you can talk with him. You have to calm down a bit and meet some good pastors and some good leaders so that they can back him up also because of 2023. Please, if you can do that for us. We like Sowore. We like him. We like your work. You understand? You are saying the truth. I like that.
Thank you so much for your contribution on the show tonight, ma.
Okay, thank you so much. Keep your good work, okay?
Thank you, ma. You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye. Alright, let me try. Many calls were jamming at the same time, but I'm sure more are still coming in. Let me try to quickly respond to some comments. I need to end calls at some point on the show and then do some comments too, because people are also commenting. Hello, you're welcome on the show. This is Objectv Media and you're live. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Nigeria.
Okay, you're welcome, sir.
My name is Adi. Yes. Actually, in the last day, and I was going through your program on YouTube. I just tried to quickly point out one or two things. Yeah. What I see before I left Nigeria, I was working in a bank, and recently I know there's something like called BVN and the like. So me, I'm of the opinion that to get things right in Nigeria concerning this voting process, we need to have a strong database. And presently the bank database.
Database, okay.
Yeah. And presently the bank can be in the forefront for this because most of the voters in Nigeria have bank accounts, right? And before I left too, we were talking about mobile banking. So I'm sure now 50% of Nigeria are financial inclusive. So we can just find a way to include others that are above the voting age into that system so that even voting can be done using I don't know, maybe APM, or you can just go into the bank, cast your vote, and let it be. Instead of having all these useless polling booths and people are just
exactly. A lot of people are saying it that we need to change the way voting is done in this country. For instance, we need to find a way to introduce technology into the voting system so that it's not the same manual paper ballots, and it is deliberate. We have to understand it. It is deliberate. The reason they don't want us to be voting electronically is because they're benefiting from the manual system. They are benefiting from the manual system. They know how to control who and who is voting, who and who is not voting, and they know that variables. All right. So
yeah, I know that. I know that is the more reason
otherwise,
why they are not
this same country has ATM and BVN. This same country, and they know how to, and they have database of everybody. But deliberately, for a reason, the system that brought about the BVN system can also conduct election where everybody will have to vote without having to go and confront thugs in Oshodi at the polling. Without having to confront anybody that wants to snatch ballots. If I can order something on Amazon from my room here, I should be able to vote from my room here.
You're right. You're right. So another thing I would just like to even point out is I can see that so many people are saying this is no election, this is no election. We are able to know that, okay, something of, incidences are happening in different parts of the country based on the availability of smartphones and the like. If we were to go back to maybe 1999 when we started this issue, similar things are happening, but we couldn't take it with every part of the world that present to what is happening now. So what I would suggest now is, though we are using the social media, but I think we need to use it in the right way. This election is okay to me, because we can compare ourselves to the developed world where I am and other developed world of this, developed country of this world. But we are getting there gradually, and I believe we can still achieve it. We can rule it out. This so-called stupid, I'm sorry to say, this so-called ruling class that have kept this country, kept Nigeria in this present predicament they are facing, they are still the ones ruling. You understand?
Yes. And that is why we are looking for solutions.
Yeah, you talk to someone. I was watching an interview. There are so many interviews I've watched. Before the election, the one of Saraki. Before the election, the one of Atiku. Even Bola Tinubu, the one he did yesterday, saying he doesn't work, doesn't get any contract from anybody for 5 years. If Bullion Van is coming out, coming out.
Oh, I lost that call. Let me take the next one.
Hello.
Hello, you're welcome. This is Objectv Media. You're live.
Oh, great, Mr. Shegun. This positive, this positive.
Positive Media.
Yes, Mr. Shegun. I think I spoke to you
on the show.
sometime ago.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
My dear brother, I don't know. Let me first comment your efforts. To be honest, you are a great man.
Thank you so much.
You are a great man. You have done a fantastic job. And you can imagine why the president said that the youth are lazy. If many people come with an ideology that you have got, maybe they wouldn't have said youth are lazy. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Very well.
You know, because the reason why I'm saying this is, I don't know what we're going to do with this situation. I'm highly disappointed, and I'm fuming at the moment. I don't know where to start with the situation of that election. Sowore has come out and he has done his best. He has made his opinion known, and we all know. So we don't need to be giving an excuse that maybe some people are not aware, or a lot of people are aware, both on the media and on the ground floor this time around. But you know, Nigeria, they are very hard to change their minds. People are now, I realize that they are gaining from the dubious character.
Okay, what's the way forward now, so that we can punch it?
Now, the way forward. The way forward now is, I will be very honest with you, there's nothing we can change in that country to change the system for now. The cabals, the godfathers are there to do our manipulation, to run everything in their own way. For now, the only done is for all these diaspora to come back home and make sure we register to get our own PVC. I'm telling you, that is the way forward.
That's great. You have 4 years. You have 4 years to do that. At least between now and 4 years, people can time their coming back home to collecting PVC and voting.
Yes, because if we have our own PVC as well, like some people travel back home,
it will be monumental. Thank you for that contribution.
I will see you next. I will see you next month by God's grace, because I'll be coming home in 2 weeks time, and I will make sure I see you. I want to see you. I want you to put me through to some things and enlighten me in some things on how to go about all this. We need to get our own PVC, and when we get our own PVC, then when the election time comes, all we in diaspora will take a day off. We're all going to bombard the country, and we will go with our family to the polling booth. That will make a big difference. Because even my family, I told them, can you see believe that some of them don't still vote for Sowore? And I promise I'm not going to give penny to anybody in that country anymore. I will be coming down. I won't be the person I used to be. Because people are not, you realize that they don't want the truth. Look at you are working hard. You work daytime, you work in the night, you wake up sometimes, you give us all this media program. And you know somebody, what we do in our board. But it looks as if some people don't want to do that. They are gaining from all these dubious systems. That is what I say.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your call and contribution.
Your dear brother.
Yes,
Wow.
If I'm around next month when you're coming, we should see.
Yeah.
Let me take the next caller. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, I'm Emmanuel.
Okay. You're welcome on the show.
Yeah. Yeah, please, I don't want to mention where I'm calling from.
Yes, it's not very important. I can see the number already, so I know where you're calling, but I'm not displaying it on here.
Okay, no problem. My name is Emmanuel.
Okay,
my own suggestion about this is, although I wanted to greet you folks that you're really well done. In fact, I really enjoy your program.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Yeah. And secondly, I want to comment about a show where campaign, election, everything he has done, and he has done so well. And in fact, he has changed the mindset of so many people, even somebody like me, too as well. Though I voted for him too. But there's something I want us to understand in Nigeria. Even in Nigeria, I wanted to die tomorrow. Want a new Nigeria. But what the problem we're having is we don't know how we are going to take it or how we are going to do it. And secondly, we are not educated. You understand? People were not educated to the level where they are going to, you understand, do this and this. They were not enlightening at all. But from my own little experience, I think we should start from the soldier, police aspect. Those people who have brothers and sisters in army force, police force, all those forces, you start enlightening.
Hello. Sorry. Since done with that particular call, I want to do comments next. So let me turn off the phone. People, how are you? Let me quickly respond to some of these things. It's not as if I'm not spokesperson for Sowore Banky W. No. So I'm sure many of you understand me. I'm only concerned the same way you are also concerned, and I want to say that these guys, in my own opinion, have given a very good fight and try. So I would say that going forward, we should begin to continue also to lend support to these people. I want to say that they tried, they gave a good fight. The next 4 years, if they continue with this same kind of energy that they already started and did and achieved this feat within a short period of 5 to 6 months, less than a year, and they have this kind of effect already, and they are already changing the narrative of politics in Nigeria. 4 years is plenty enough time to capture this country altogether. We only need 774 Sowores across Nigeria, and that's all. And you can be one of the 774, or you can also make one person, a Sowore among the 774 to be. That is not to say 774 is all that we need. No, it's just to say that in the minimum, or in the enough, or in the adequate, we need 774. But then, if there can be more, it's to the advantage. But then that's to say that guys say we got a lot of work to do, and then everybody has got to put their hands on deck. So, ladies and gentlemen, I already turned off the line, so no calls will be able to come in anymore, because this show is already getting longer than I wanted it to be. But I didn't want to disrespect people by not taking their calls or not allowing them to contribute. So I am happy that we are able to. We'll continue this conversation sometime later and more. But we have been able to put some things on paper. I mean, I particularly appreciate those that contributed by saying that diaspora Nigerians should be able to time their coming home to election period, so that everybody bombards this country. And if you want to come home, if it is possible for you to take like up to 2 weeks or 3 weeks or even a month holiday when coming, so that if they shift it again by one week, at least one of those times you can. I mean, some people have the luxury of coming to stay home for upward period of 3 months before returning, and it doesn't affect whatever they are doing abroad. So if you can time it, coming home is no longer for fun. Coming home is for serious movement work. So you want to time it to the period of election, a whole stretch of time to come and make your impact known. Because I know a lot of Nigerians who are angry are abroad. They are domiciled abroad, not within the country, and as a result, they are not necessarily able to vote, and so it's painful to them. These ones that are able to vote, that are residents or domiciled in Nigeria, are not angry enough. So this disparity we have to reconcile within the next 4 years, and that's exactly what I want us to really do. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a fantastic time. As I said, I really love what Sowore and Banky W did. No Godfather, no nothing, no bullion van moving around to go and deliver money to palaces, to Olori Ebis, to people whose names used to register streets, party leaders or something. No bullion vans going to deliver money to LCDA chairman and all of that, to capture people for them. No bullion van going to deliver money to student union leader. No bullion van going to deliver money to touts, leaders of touts, and you saw that touts were even losing in their own touts are already losing in their own constituency, because people are even demonstrating their anger already, and as a result, touts had to begin to resort to violence to scatter elections or to snatch ballot boxes and all of that. So that is to say that the narrative is beginning to change, no matter how not capturing the entire country already it is, but at least significantly it is starting, and it is making its own impact in its own little way. So I want to appreciate that, and I appreciate everybody for coming on the show. Those of you that made your calls, those of you that are commenting, those of you that I'm seeing all the comments and I'm responding to the ones that I feel I should immediately address. So I appreciate all of you. I want to say, until I come your way again, please don't stop talking about things that matter. This country shall be great again, no matter what happens. It shall be great. All of us have started this movement together. Let us continue it. Objective media will continue to do what it used to do, and occasionally like this or momentarily I will come in to give analyses of news, happenings, situations around the country and all of that, and everything shall be alright by the grace of God. This country will be great again. Do not worry, it's a good start. And it's just that a lot of people raise their expectations way too high than what could be. But hey, that is not to say it was not good to have expectations. Yes, it's good to have expectations. A lot of us have expectations, but a lot of people raise their expectations way too high, believing that because they were hyping on social media it was enough to win the election. No, we know that you need grassroots mobilization to really win election. Politics is grassroots. Politics is really local, especially in a country like Nigeria, where things are done manually. So I thank you all. We'll continue this conversation. I mean, almost on daily basis, if not every day, almost every day. Thank you all. It's been a fantastic time with you. I love you all, family, and I'll see you again. Until then, please do not stop talking about things that matter. My name is Shegun Olo, and happy birthday to me. On my birthday, I was so busy that I didn't even have time to do anything. So thank you, those of you that reached out to me on my birthday, even though I couldn't answer all calls. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Until then, please keep talking about the things that matter. I love you, family. See you again later.
The labor market in Nigeria is incredible. The manpower in Nigeria is untouchable. To pay for less than $50 a day, people are ready to work. 190 million people. But even at that, in an oil-producing country, we cannot pay salaries. We don't have working taps. Water don't run in our taps. And when sometimes they run in some people, it's dirty. In an oil-producing country. That's why most of these beautiful countries, it's immigrants that work in this country. Most people that work are immigrants. The citizens don't even work anymore. Ṣùgbọ́n irọ́ ni. Àfi ká máa gé kéèkì lọ́dọọdún. Àwọn èèyàn lọ wájú àwa ń lọ ẹ̀yìn. They are saying we are the giants of Africa. Orí gbogbo wa burú.
Ghana
Ghana alone.
They deport Nigerians.
Wow.
Don't hear that one before.
I don't hear today now for your mouth.
He say, now our leaders, our dealers.
Now them.
Now them they cause them.
Yeah. Because now them be Ojelu for this Nigeria. Now them.
Your pastor they talk say make you they pray against Oriburuku come attack Oshidano.
Wow.
And they come they talk say make you they choose that Oriburuku, the two parties where they put you for Oriburuku.
That's true.
Only Oriburuku. It's true. Or they don't support Taka Idanu. You can't pray it away. Oh yes. Bíbélì sọ pé o lè wà nínú ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kò ní kó rí ọ̀fẹ́ máa pọ̀ sí. You cannot abide in sin and be calling for abundance of blessing. Oh yes. It's possible. You have to do away with them.
PDP ò dá ABC ò súnmọ́. Ẹ jẹ́ àdìbò fẹ́ni tó yẹ Nàìjíríà ká lè tẹ̀síwájú.
Nàìjíríà don spoil already.
Fẹ́ràn pátì méjì ẹ mọ́.
Tẹ́ ẹ bá wà careful, ibi tó wà gan, Èkó á dìpọ̀ tẹ padà sí Jẹ̀bú.